right. Welcome to episode 33, everybody. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
Doing great.
I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt you here for 1 second. I have to give a birthday shout out to my very bestie friend, Colleen.
Hello and happy birthday, Colleen.
I know. Colleen and I have known each other since back in the day. I think we met in, oh my gosh, we always fight about this. Is it 4th grade, 6th grade when she came to our school? And Gina and Christine and I accepted Colleen into our circle of friendship, and we've never let her go. So happy birthday.
Should we sing the Steak and Ale song?
No. If she wants a Steak and Ale song, happy birthday, she needs to call me to get it.
Okay. All right. Deal. All right. Happy birthday, Colleen. Hope you have a great day. All right. So it's the Monday after Super Bowl. Did everyone have a great Super Bowl?
Oh my gosh. I ate so much queso. Oh yeah. And the team won.
This is what happens when you're recording before an event. We have to do time travel talk and assume things go the way we want them to.
So is it the blue team against the green team? Like who's actually in this game? Is it a red team and a purple team? I don't even know. Help.
Oh, I think it's something along those lines.
Okay.
Oh my gosh,
well, yeah, go team. Congratulations.
I work with a girl. Hi, Holly. And she does not follow any sports. So whenever anybody starts talking about, she goes, go sports. Like, doesn't matter what.
I feel her.
So yes. This week we are going to be talking about movement again. And I know you're thinking to yourself, right, didn't they just do a podcast about movement? Well, yes, you're absolutely correct. But we got some feedback and a lot of questions. And this episode is going to be a smidge ranty and it might be a little long, but I need to clear up a few things because, well, you'll see as we go through why.
Is this going to be like a little flashback to when Jason from Alt Shift gets ranty?
A little bit. And actually, I do quote him a couple times in this. Yes.
Oh, look at you. Go, girl.
I know, so this started because I had a couple friends who were like, I can't believe you said don't go to spin class. Okay, we did clarify that at the end that said, I didn't say don't go. If you like the class, go. And somebody else talked about she was prepping for a marathon because she wanted to get healthy. And so I had to have a little heart to heart with her. So again, we're not saying if you like to run, if you like to go to spin class, if you like to kill yourself in the gym, we're not saying don't do that. What we're saying is that is not healthy. Not mincing words here. It is not like,
oh my gosh, she's
healthy.
On the
okay. So yes, like I said, I warned you it's going to be a little ranty, but the phrase killing yourself should speak for itself because you shouldn't be killing yourself. That's not healthy. And notice we keep saying healthy, not skinny. We'll get to that later, but there is a definitive, difference between the two. But being healthy shouldn't be that hard. You shouldn't have to kill yourself. And if it is that hard, you're never going to stick with whatever it is you're trying to do.
Well, so can I just interject here? You keep saying killing yourself and healthy. Aren't they opposite ends? Like if you're killing yourself, you're dead. Right. Therefore, that's not healthy because it's dead.
Kind of my point. That is exactly the point, Heather.
Okay, just making sure that's clear.
Yes. And okay, so here's another thing that somebody brought up about their heart rate and about cardio. Okay, so if you're going for huge heart rate leaps, that means you're doing things really fast. So if you're doing a circuit or a weightlifting session, that means you don't have good form because it is impossible to be fast and to have great form. So you're going to get injured.
That's a good point.
Yeah, especially if you're just starting out. There's no way you know the right form to have it muscle memory so that you can go fast and get a heart rate up with a lifting or a circuit. Very dangerous. So slow and steady, just like that turtle, you're going to win the race. I promise.
And not hurt yourself.
Right. This is the race to health. Okay. So elevated heart rate also means elevated cortisol in the bloodstream. Oh. And I'm pretty sure most of us know what that means.
But tell us.
Okay. So since the beginning of time, when there were humans, I'll say, elevated heart rate meant that the poop was hitting the fan and you were either chasing down your dinner or that something was chasing us down to be its dinner. So cortisol gets released to help you get through what should be a very short burst of necessary accelerated movement. It was never meant to be this long, drawn out, hour-long activity. So regardless of what The Biggest Loser tells you, our physiology has not changed in the millions of years that we've evolved. Okay. We have not evolved that much. So when cortisol is in the blood, you're not burning fat. It's just that simple. That's the stress hormone that says, I need to keep you alive. So I need to burn sugar, which is going to get you. And then eventually you're going to start burning muscle, because your body's like, I need to keep you alive because that tiger just won't stop chasing you.
So can I ask a question?
Of course.
So if I am really, really stressed out about something, say I'm not exercising for an hour, I'm not running a marathon, but I'm really stressed out about something, and my body doesn't know the difference, right?
Correct.
I mean, whether it's a tiger or whether it's fake.
Correct. Exactly. So if you're always in that chronically stressed out state, it's going to your body thinks that you're running in the sense of the cortisol. Yeah. So good point, Heather. The other thing to think about too is if you are running or anything high impact like that, you're damaging your joints. And there's, again, no way around that. No mincing words. You're damaging your joints. So high impact stuff, running, any of that, heavy impact, not healthy. Again, if you love it, do it.
Well, I can only tell you from the person living in my house with me, he was a big runner, loved running, ran all the time, and loved all those tough, muddy kind of races where you run 13 miles, but then you do like a bunch of other fun activities in the middle, like climb a wall. His hip is jacked up, and it's a lot of arthritis, and it's a lot of there's not enough material in the joint to keep it running smoothly and moving properly. And the doctors will say, oh, it's genetic, or it's age related, or it's bound to happen anyway. Well, but if he didn't run for all those years, would it have happened when he was 48 years old?
Right. Yeah, you shouldn't need a hip replacement at 48
unless there's
unless
some
you've
weird
done
bone disease.
Exactly. So again, we're talking to you as if your goal is health. If you love running, run. No one is telling you to stop doing something you enjoy, but that includes drinking wine or eating brownies. Do what you like, but just don't fool yourself into thinking that it's all healthy.
What about if you're eating brownies, drinking wine, and then you go for a run?
You might end up with a stomach ache at the very least, but
just think,
put down your wine so you don't spill it.
Sippy cup.
All right. So
can I help? Can I twist this around?
Yeah.
Here. This is so negative. What can we do? What's better?
Okay.
Give me some to-dos.
Okay, perfect. So first and foremost, and I say this because I know a lot of people out there think about when they think that they need to do all this crazy running, spin class, high cardio stuff, it's from a place of not being nice to yourself. So you can't hate yourself, first and foremost. You have to be nice to yourself. And like Jason Seib, I told you I was going to quote him. He says, you cannot hate yourself healthy. You must love yourself enough to do what you need to do to be healthy. So think about that when you're, saying nasty things to yourself in the mirror or whatever. You just need to be nice. Give yourself some grace and concentrate, if you have to, on the things that you do like about yourself and go from a place of love. Okay. And I know that sounds woo-woo, but it really does matter. Okay. Secondly, don't think that you can out-exercise a bad diet. Okay. It doesn't work like that. Health is 80% what you put into and onto your body. And we're going to talk about that in a couple of weeks. And 20% really about what you do at the gym or in your movement exercises.
Can I interrupt here for a sec? Think about it in the way that if you wanted, so say you are going to train for the Olympics, you're going all out and you're really good at whatever your sport is.
We will support you.
Yes, exactly. I will cheer for you. You can't just go to the gym one day a week and you're not going to make it to the Olympics. You have to do the work. Same thing also if you are, trying to get yourself healthier because you've been eating a crap diet for the last 30 years. Well, you can't just eat one salad a week and expect to be healthy again.
All of this is think long term. It needs to be part of your lifestyle, that your health goal is part of your lifestyle. Yeah. So being skinny, like we said, is not the same thing as being healthy. Your goal should be health, and fat loss will naturally follow. And notice I didn't say weight loss, because weight is just a number based on the effect of gravity. Fat loss is your goal. A fit person who weighs 150 pounds but has muscle, which we all know weighs more than fat, right, will look a whole lot better in a pair of jeans than someone who weighs 150 but has 42% body fat. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So remember, fat loss is our goal, not weight loss. And then again, like Heather said, be consistent. This is probably the most important thing, is you have to be consistent, because what you do the majority of the time will equal your overall results. That's why if you quote unquote diet twice a year and then forget all about health the rest of the year, you're going to be mad at yourself that you didn't end up whatever magazine that you were looking for. So this is why we keep harping on the baby steps to establish the habits that you'll stick to. So what are some of those habits? And this is also our ditch and switch. So keep that in mind. So first and foremost, remember that you would never start training for a marathon. But like we said, we would never recommend it with a 20-mile run, right? You would never just run out your door and just keep running and be like, okay, this is me training. You'd more likely start with a lap around the block or something like that, right? Like we said, find an activity that you like and that you'll stick with. And if you can, find a friend to do it with you, because we all know that accountability helps us, or most people.
The find a friend part, I totally advocate that, because people tend to be more thoughtful of others than they are of themselves. So it's a lot easier for you to go, oh, I kind of don't want to go to that class. I'm super tired. I have a big day, whatever. But if you know your friend's going to be there, you're not going to skip out on them. So you're going to go.
Plus it becomes a social event at that point too. And you're you're hanging out with your friends and you happen to be doing yoga or whatever. Yeah.
Wednesday night tennis with the ladies is so much fun.
So one of the things that we highly recommend is walking, because our genetics understand this, and walk briskly. Not so fast that you can't hold a conversation, but not that you're just meandering. And do this on as many days as possible. Notice I'm not saying you have to do it so many days a week. Obviously, you want to try and aim for about 30-ish minutes, but you know what? 10 minutes counts. And if you can do 10 minutes 3 times a day, that's 30 minutes. Don't think that, oh, I only have 10 minutes. It won't bother.
Do the math.
Yeah. And if you have more time, keep going. Our genes recognize walking. They understand that this is what we were designed to do. They like it. They will not punish you for walking by holding on to calories. Okay.
Don't punish me.
Don't punish me. And then lift weights. This is important for so many reasons. First of all, more muscle equals more fat burning, which is really our goal, right? Lifting weights equals better bone density, right? As you put pressure and stress on the bones, they build up. So less risk of fractures as you age. Yay. Stronger muscles and joints equals less pain and injuries, which is always a good thing. And more muscle equals a leaner look, generally a smaller pant size too. I could go on, but I know we're running long.
Well, I just have one thing to say too. Don't be scared by the terminology of lifting weights. Your body is a weight. So if you're doing push-ups, you're lifting weights because you're lifting your body weight.
Absolutely.
So throw a couple planks in there.
Right?
You're doing it.
If you can't start with the full push-up, start against a wall. Just scoot your feet out so that you have a little resistance. Start there. Start wherever you are. And if you've got some soup cans or milk jugs or whatever you've got, you can use all of that. You don't have to buy fancy equipment.
Nice jugs.
And no, before anybody sends me hate mail on this, as a woman, you will not get huge.
No.
You will get lean. And that is the goal. The women that you're thinking of that are competing work extremely hard to look like that. Like that's their job. They go to the gym more hours than you and I are at work. Some of them even take enhancing drugs to get those kinds of muscles. So it does not happen by accident. You have to work crazy hard to get that way.
Regular people are going to look like regular people.
Bingo. And then a few things to keep in mind. You have to eat if you want to be healthy, if you want to be lean, if you want to lose fat. Restricting calories triggers leptin, which is the hunger hormone. And when you ignore it, you binge eat. And that's not fun.
No,
so I don't know about you. Good. When I binge eat, it's never on broccoli.
Oh, really? Could you imagine having a broccoli binge? Like, who does that?
Well, and I think of the digestive distress after that.
Oh,
Ow. Yeah. Start out eating more of the kinds of foods your body understands, like chicken, like beef, like the rainbow of veggies that are out there, and fat. I'm
healthy fats,
fat.
healthy fats.
Avocado,
Get enough.
olive oil, coconut oil, never, ever, 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 ever canola or quote unquote vegetable oil. Those are high inflammatory oils. Your
And
body understands avocados and olives.
they're generally rancid.
They're gross.
And they're not.
Google
have
it.
you ever
They're
seen a
just so
canola
gross.
plant? Like, have you grown one in botany class? Like, what's a
Well, no.
canola plant? It's not a thing.
Well, they've renamed it because the plant that it comes from is called the rape plant, rapeseed. And no one wants to eat that. So they've changed the name to something lovely like canola.
But still, did you ever grow a rapeseed plant? No. But I mean, I have a friend who has avocados growing like trees. I've seen coconuts growing on a tree. Olives.
Yeah.
I've picked them.
Google the process to get canola oil. You will never eat it again. It's disgusting.
It's so icky.
But anyway, again, you need, your body understands healthy fats. And it understands that if you're not trying to starve it to death, that it doesn't need to hold on with a literal death grip to all those stored calories.
Big booty.
Right. You also need to sleep. Skipping your Z's triggers stress, and stress triggers what, Heather?
Cortisol.
Somebody's been paying attention. And we know now that is no bueno for fat loss.
Cortisol is not your friend.
All right. So I hope we've cleared up a few things about movement versus exercise. I hope you have some optimism that moderate movement plan can work for you and can get you to your healthy goals. Yes, we understand it is definitely slower than you probably want. But remember, this has no end game. You want to make into habits what you will do for the majority of the time so that you will get those overall results.
And your whole life's really the journey. I mean,
right.
Are you living your life to get to the end, or are you living your life to enjoy the ride?
Right. And that's, again, what we're saying is I think it's a whole lot more fun to do a moderate plan and to just walk and have fun with your friends at yoga versus being an hour on the elliptical where you get nowhere except sweaty.
And you're not having a nice time with your friends when you're doing that.
All right. So if you need help wrapping your mind around this, we get it. It goes against everything the media tells us, but I promise walking briskly and being nicer to yourself doesn't sell magazines. But the actual science, the science that's not sponsored by Kraft or General Mills or whoever else wants to make money on whatever it is they're trying to sell you, and millions of years of genetics don't lie to us, okay? So in a couple, I don't want to say weeks, but soon, Heather and I are putting together a 6-week program to help you change your mindset. And we're going to be looking for some guinea pigs to help us test it out. So if you're interested, send us a note at foodmoose@gmail.com and we'll get you the details when it's ready. So,
and every participant gets a free guinea pig.
That's not true. Guinea pig not included.
That would be so fun.
Oh my gosh. You know what? It would be fun if you could actually take the guinea pig out for your walk. That could be your incentive.
Our guinea pig used to go for walks with us.
Remember like in high school when you had to take care of the egg to pretend it was a baby so that you knew like you weren't yeah.
You weren't a horrible parent.
Or you weren't going to be a horrible parent. Yeah. No, but maybe that could be something fun that
we could do that.
That we could, I don't know. We'll think
ideas accepted at this point, people.
Send us your ideas for how to make. Okay. So again, nice, happy thoughts to yourself, walk briskly and lift weights.
Can I just have a closing thought here, people?
Sure.
If you don't love yourself, how will anyone else love you? If you're not good enough to love yourself, why would anybody else want to participate in the Love Fest? So get out there and love yourself.
And while you're doing it, don't forget to sign up for our newsletter at foodmoose.com. That was a horrible segue.
You're such a dork. Okay, people, we love you. Thank you for sticking with us till the end. It's so worth it. You're worth it. We love you.
I know. All right. Don't forget to subscribe, write us a review wherever you found this, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, etc. For both of us, go forth, be real. Moose out.